Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Bulldogs and the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 54. I'm coming.
On first down, it's gone. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw here to his running back.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and 6.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Gone. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 2. Ready.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Run for Pollard, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Let's go. 260 Pittsburgh. There we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 5.
Back to throw. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he will score. Touchdown, LA. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. 65. 65. 65. Mike 2. Mike 2.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he rifles one incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Set, ready? 60 or.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, we got 3 down. 3 down.
Go, go.
2. Watch 2. Watch 2. Hey, come on now. Come on.
Now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
All over you.
Cooper's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
Hey, gotcha.
Mike 2.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Gone. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll get a... But it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on here, come get some. Here, Mike,
2nd and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, gone. That's caught by Howard. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now gone. Being chased out left. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Look at me, zipper.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 9 now. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Line 20. 54. 11.
Now on 2nd and 16. Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. And
he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tariq Cohen. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Get that quarterback, Eli. Get that. Hold on. Check. Super 1. Set. Go, 12, go.
Play action. It's gone. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Now a hit and lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. They bring their punter out there now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. You know, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Flush to his right. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd down and goal. Goff. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Dancing to it, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check. You don't want it. Mike 2. Watch 2. Hey, Alpha. Watch the control. Mike 2.
Now it's the backup lock. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And what a big-time play there. 57 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still tied here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
17.
Kill.
Hold on. Check. No.
Goff now looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Choose the mic. They gonna need some therapy. Hey, echo.
Luck on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Hey, two. Mike two.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. On first down, Luck. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
3 down. Choose the mic. Wild Bill.
Here's Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
What's tight? Tight is right. Choose the mic. Get the ball.
On 1st and 10, Luck. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Intended that time for Cooper.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They try again with Cohen. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Draw play, Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Luck now to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Luck. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on the play. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So the LA